Thank you, Gary. Thank you, CTA, for this award. Thank you, Michael and Maya, our local CTA townhouse crew, for being so kind to us. And thank you for having me to my first CES. And while most of the things that happen there should stay in Vegas, I can share that as someone who's going to have a baby in about a couple weeks. My wife's pretty close now. I was really moved by the BabyTECH section at CES. And I was really moved last week when the Russian ambassador sent me one of the electronics there as a expectant father gift. It's got a lot of different features. Congratulations to the other honorees as well. I really have enjoyed working with you, especially Will Hurd. He and I serve on the Intelligence Committee together, and we've also both been able to meet at Black Hat. We've met at South by Southwest. We've been at CES together. And let me briefly also just thank Daryl Issa, who was sitting at our table with us. And in addition to Congresswoman McMorris-Rodgers and Congresswoman Del Bene, I enjoy working with Daryl because Daryl and I, a couple years ago, went down to Antarctica for a science committee trip. Now, I didn't know much about Daryl other than what I had read and seen about Daryl. And I'll tell you, spending 8 days at the bottom of the world, we got pretty close. And it was an unlikely of alliances. Now, Daryl, as you know, is the wealthiest member of Congress. I've got about $100,000 in student loan debt still. Daryl's a more senior member. I'm serving in my third term. And Daryl represents a more conservative part of California in San Diego and Orange County, and I'm a Bay Area liberal. Now, the two of us talked while we were in Antarctica about the real emergence of the sharing economy and how our constituents were waiting for fewer than 5 minutes to get an Uber or a Lyft, and that no one in Congress was really taking this on. And so we pledged to do everything we could to protect the workers, the consumers, and the innovation. And so we started the Sharing Economy Caucus. We still continue to meet. We've brought labor, the businesses, consumer groups to the table, and our goal is to make sure that it continues to thrive. But I'll tell you my real passion, and I really appreciate that everyone here, I believe, is really with us on this, is to make sure that this innovation economy reaches everyone, everywhere. And when you walk through CES, especially Eureka Village, you can't help but think that that American spirit, that startup spirit, is alive and well. But one thing I did notice when I looked at the convention badges of where people were from and what their businesses were, was that there's still clusters of opportunity in this country, from Seattle to San Francisco to LA to Boston and Austin and Northern Virginia and Manhattan. But there's still a lot of places where that knowledge economy has not yet reached. And I know you're just as determined as I am to make sure we do everything we can to make sure that opportunity, especially in this new economy, is within reach for everyone. I think that's something Republicans and Democrats can work on together. And I can tell you, when I hear the concept of universal basic income, to me, that's a white flag. That is a white flag, because I think of what's at the CTA townhouse, and printed across the wall, it says, innovate or die. Innovate or die. And that's what we have to do for the American worker, for everyone, everywhere. Thank you for bringing Republicans and Democrats together to make sure we can do that for our constituents. And thank you for this award.